the westernunion.com VIP Lounge.
It's 106 KMEL, your girl Shay Diddy here, and I have the pleasure of sitting there. I should actually let you interview me because you're a professional. You're Keke Palmer's in the building.
Definitely a professional. Don't play.
No. So
appointment 10 a.m.
Oh yeah, that's for the
that's
nails.
That's an inside joke. That's an inside joke. Sorry, we went back. We old besties, y'all.
Well, I am glad to hear that you're getting back to the music.
Yes.
Now let's talk about your first single off this new project.
Yes. So Enemiez. Enemiez is the first single, and Enemiez is pretty much my story of my first experience with unrequited love. Okay. I found, or I should say, of what I thought was love, and I found myself willing to even be negative in order to get some type of response for this person. Yeah. And that's pretty much how Enemiez was birthed. You know, it's just about experiencing love that you can't have, and it ends up turning you into a person that you don't want to be, to the point where you'd rather be enemies if that meant you can get some type of attention from this person.
Have you done that before with somebody?
Definitely.
Girl, recently, or this like from your childhood?
Not my childhood, but my young adulthood. Okay. Definitely, where, you know, I think it's normal to feel that way, because it's really not about me wanting them to love me. It's really about me wanting to be in control. Yeah. That was ultimately the issue that I found out. It wasn't really about that person. It's about me wanting to control every outcome of everything. Yeah. And I just needed to learn to let go. Yeah. Everything not gonna turn out the way you want it to be, but that doesn't mean it turned out wrong. Yeah. It just means it's going somewhere different. But I would get so hell bent on this storyline. It has to be like this. It's going to be this, and then we're going to go here, and it's going to be there, and then this is going to be my life. And it's like, but no, you're ever changing. Yeah. So the life you think you want to have now, it may not even really be the life you want to have, and it's definitely not the life that you probably should have, because we can't even imagine what God has prepared for us. Right. You know, it's not even fathomable for us. So I had to just really learn in that moment where it was about loving myself. I was really, the unrequited love I was seeing in him was the unrequited love I was having with myself. I was not loving myself. I was denying myself. Right. Oh my God, you just gamed me up. I feel like she was talking about my life right there. Girl, we go through it all the time though. It's seriously it's a constant thing, you know what I mean? Because everything that we're around tells us that this validates you, and this validates you, and this validates. So it's easy to get caught up in the lie. Right. And like, oh, wait a minute, if I don't have this, am I still validated? Yeah. But that's just the ego, which is not me. I'm connected to God. Right. This doesn't affect me, because I know I'm always constant. No matter if it's this way or that way, what I create here is eternal, and that's the point. Right. You know, that's the real point. Yeah. And that's what we got to focus on. But when we get so focused on ourselves, and we get so in love with the what's the word I'm looking for? The material. Yeah. That's when it's so easy for it to happen. But she's like, it's so easy for it. Girl, right. It's so easy. But you practice. Like for me, I do my yoga. You know what I'm saying? I do my meditation, and I do my music. I create. Those are the things that make me feel free. Those are the things that make me feel able to enjoy life without limitations. Right. And that's ultimately what I feel like my point is, you know, in all that I do, is to spread the knowledge I've been given. You know, I feel like I grew up very kind of quickly in a analytical way, just because I grew up in, you know, the entertainment industry. But there are a lot of things I haven't experienced. So a lot of my situations are me matching the wisdom, which is other people's experiences, with my own. And I'm like, oh, this is what they meant. I want to tell my peers. Yeah. I want to tell my peers, like, this is what I know when your auntie say that, whatever like that, like, I know that too, or I went through this because I was working at 10 years old, and I had dynamic shifts early, or this, that, and the third. Like, I've learned a lot of things very quickly. And I feel like it would be a disservice to not share that in my art some way. In my, you know, I'm getting ready to write my first book, and I'm really excited because I always wanted to write a book, but I never knew what I wanted it to be about. Yeah. And I kept thinking on the surface of me. You know, it's about me. You know what I mean? But that didn't excite me. So I'm like, I'm thinking that it's a memoir, but it's not a memoir. So the years would go by, and the years would go by, and I realized right when I did Cinderella, which was, I guess that was, oh my gosh, I'm about to be 23 this year. So that was 2 years ago.
Still a baby, girl. I was like, damn, she just said 23. Go ahead. I know she gave me up right now, right?
Girl, quit playing.
We ain't gonna say the age, but go ahead.
Black don't crack, Asian don't raisin. You got double whammy. Double whammy, baby. Looking 5 years old right now.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
Yeah, so when I was 21, it came to me. Yeah. It's not about you, girl. It's about spreading what you know. Yeah. What you've attained to get to where you are, that people may not be privy to, and that they may take shame from. Right. Guess what? Me too. this happened to me too. I've suffered with depression. I've suffered with anxiety. I've suffered with breaking the patterns of my parents and discussing this with them. I've struggled with going through problems with my parents. You know what I mean? Like, my mother's been my manager most of my life. She's just started being my mother.
Oh, wow.
So it's very, I mean, we all experience our struggles, just painted with a different background. My background happens to be the entertainment industry. And it's just about breaking those walls, I feel, and using the platform to really expose the truth that nothing stops you from being who you want to be,
right,
other than you.
So do you think that this is what your music is also going to do as well? It's going to kind of expose like everything that's going on in your life and how you're feeling currently? And
yes, and hopefully other people's stories too. That's something that I'm getting ready to also put out a mixtape, and I feel like my mixtape will definitely be geared toward my experience over these last few years and what I've learned, and it'll pretty much encompass that time. While the album, I would really want it to more so encompass more of everyone's time, and I feel like what my generation is going through right now, as in totality, not just me, but to also tell their stories and what I'm observing
in the world and just in general, what's affecting people. That's dope. Absolutely. That way people can actually relate to you as well as on a personal level, because they can relate to your music.
Yes, that's what it's about. That's what it's about.
Now, your sound is kind of a little bit changed from your last album. I know it's been some time since then. And this new album, how do you feel like you gradually changed to where you are now? Like, what do you feel about that?
I feel like, we're in such a great time with music, because you can have somebody like Drake that does, I better find your loving, and then next thing you know, he's doing What a Time to Be Alive with Future.
Right, turn up.
So I felt like for so long, I kept feeling like, well, I grew up in a church, and if I'm not doing straight up R&B, I'm not really being truthful. I'm not being truthful to who I am. But the reality is, as an artist, there's not a genre that you can't do without being still true to music. That's artistry. That's changing and shifting and, allowing your other influences to be exposed. Because, my influences are Brandy and Aaliyah and TLC, but my influences are also Gwen Stefani.
Right.
Also Britney Spears.
Right.
Also, so many other people that you may not see immediately when you hear the texture of my voice, but that I'm learning through this album are just important to bring out to allow people to see who I ultimately am. You know what I mean? Like, everybody has different inspirations and things that have influenced them to make them who they are. And I want to be able to showcase that on a wide scale. And like I said, when I look at people like the Drakes, the Donald Glovers, the Rihannas, and they allow things to be shown that, guess what? I can do different types of things and still be true to me. Right. I don't have to be one style. Right. So it's fun to finally find my voice and know that I can put my voice on anything.
And do what you want.
And do what you know what I mean? Yeah. Beyonce could sing an Aerosmith song and it'll always sound like Beyonce. Right. And that's the point. Right. It doesn't matter if it's a hip hop track or if it's a, country beat. Right.
And I honestly think that's actually a great thing too, because that's when you see an artist who actually has longevity, like the artists that you name who are timeless in records today. You walked in, we were playing a song from '94. Right. You know what I mean? So that's super dope. Now I know you're working with a lot of people on this project too. Yes. So let's talk about that. I know you did a video with Ty Dolla, Deja Loaf. Yes. On the remix.
Yes, Ty and Deja are on the remix. I'm hopefully gonna be doing something else with Deja again. Really? And hopefully, me and Ty are very cool. So hopefully we'll do another record at some point. But right now, I'm definitely working on trying to do something with Deja. I don't know if I can mention it, but
is she rapping for you? Or is she singing a hook?
No, it's something for her.
Oh, okay.
It's something for her, hopefully for the album. But I'm really excited about the idea of it.
Are you gonna be rapping?
You know what? I guess you could say. You know what I mean? I have my records where I'll be doing my talks. You know what I mean? Saying my thing in the back of the lag.
Wait. When I heard Ty Dolla Sign, what is it? Girl, I did not know it was you.
Precious.
Yes. I was like, who the hell did he get to say it like this? And I was like, oh my God, that's you?
That's me doing my little comedy stuff real quick. I was happy that he let me do that thing right there. He was like, yo, I need you to do something for the album. And I'm thinking like, okay, what, you want me to sing on something? Or like what? He was like, no, he's like, I want you to do a skit. And I was like, yeah, I want you to do a skit right before this song. And I'm just like, okay, I'm trying to think about what the skit will sound like. And that's literally what came up on the mic.
Oh, that was awesome. It was perfect though.
I was just like, I'm gonna go for it.
And the cut-ins throughout the song, I was like, damn it, she's amazing.
Oh my gosh, thank you.
Now, are we gonna see you working with Ty on your album anymore? Or
Definitely. I haven't found a record that, or you know what? I guess I should say I'm not even completely done with the album. Because when I'm completely done with the album, I'll give it to a couple of my homies. I'll give it to Ty. I'll give it to Vic. I'll give it to, B.O.B.
Yeah.
You know, see which record they may feel like they want to try to hop on. And, you know, because I feel like it's better that way as opposed to forcing somebody to get on this record. I'd rather them feel it.
Feel it. Which song are you feeling?
Exactly. I actually got Rich Homie Quan on the Enemiez remix.
Do you?
Yes.
Girl. Now, speaking of Rich Homie Quan, I know you were in his video as well.
Yes, the most. Yes.
How was that?
It was really, really dope. I didn't know how it was going to turn out because it was so long before I actually saw the end result. So I was like, I don't know how it's going to look. I mean, I just remember how we filmed it.
Yeah.
But I didn't know what the exact, because I know it was going to be very stylistic.
Yeah.
So I didn't know what type of filter or what type of, ultimate look it was going to have.
Right.
And so when I saw it, I was just so excited because I liked the way it was shot. Like, Jathan did a really, really great job. Shout out to Jathan. Yeah, he was a director.
Was that the first time that you met Rich Homie or when you started working with him?
Yes. Because actually I had only talked, on social media every now and then, but I had never met him in person. So that was the first time that we met.
Oh, that's super dope. Now, I know since then, it seems like Rich Homie is seriously crushing you because I know he made you Women Crush Wednesday today, and I saw the kissy faces back, which is probably friendship, but like, have you ever thought about dating?
For me, I'm the type of person right now where it's just like hashtag I don't belong to you. I'm very just chilling and vibing and focused on my stuff. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I'm very focused on my music. I'm very focused on just my career in total. You know? But I'm always down for friends. I mean, I love friends.
So, just to clarify, because I'm the queen of friends. Everybody is a friend. Yeah, not like
what
that.
I mean is like he's definitely a friend of mine. You know what I mean?
He's just a real friend.
Yeah,
not
a real friend.
Friend.
Y'all get your heads out the gutter. I'm not saying nothing like that. You heard it here first.
I'm just saying, kids. Because when people hear me say friends, they be like, "Shay, he's a friend," and I be like, damn, like, you know what I mean?
Keke is hashtag I don't belong to you, focused on her life, okay? Hashtag
she's like focused on her life. And you know, a lot of people who do follow you, because I mean, on your social media, you let people in just your daily lives, getting your hair done, whatever you doing, rolling around in the car, pulling pranks. And a lot of times people actually see you with Justin Combs.
Oh, yes! Justin, I love Justin. That's my best friend.
Okay.
Yeah. Y'all about to think. See, she's setting me up.
No, I didn't.
I want y'all to see everything that's going down.
These are the questions that fans really want to know. Because
Justin, I've known. How long I known Justin? Since I was doing True Jackson VP. So I've known him since I was probably like 16 or 17.
Okay.
And we've been I'm very good friends with him. I'm very good friends with Quincy.
Yeah, you're good with the family.
Yeah. Very, very close to them. Kim, I love that family.
Yeah.
For sure.
Okay.
They've known me since I was real young.
So you're like, basically, that's like family there.
That's family. That's family for sure.
So even when, I'm just saying this because a real fan, I ain't going to bust him out because he in the room. When a fan said that, he was like, they kissed on Snapchat. You got to ask her, Shay.
Who? Huh? I kissed Cassie on Snapchat. I didn't kiss Justin on Snapchat. I didn't kiss him.
She said, did I kiss Justin?
I'm like, did I kiss him on the cheek or something? Is that what you're saying?
Well, as long as we just clarified, they are just friends. So if you're thinking that Justin made me, I ain't gonna bust him out. They are just friends.
Yes, we're just friends, but love him dearly.
Love him dearly?
Yeah.
How did you guys even come together?
We met through Diggy Simmons.
Oh, wow.
Yes, we met through Diggy Simmons.
Okay.
In New York, because they both lived in New York at the time.
In New York?
Yeah, in New York at the time. Because Diggy lives in New York still, but Justin lives in LA now.
Well, that's super dope. And I know you did a movie with his brother as well.
Yes.
So, I mean, we just had to clarify. Now, let's talk about your projects because that's one thing a lot of people love about you. You are amazing in movies.
Oh, my goodness. Thank you.
And I know that you were talking about on your Snapchat.
Yes.
Pimp.
Yes.
Girl, okay, can I get a pimp impression from you? Because I know you.
Oh, well, I don't know what line I could do, and I'm not in the right vibe and the right look.
Okay.
But when you guys see, I'm so excited because it's a real transformation that's going to be happening. Like, I'm really in the gym. They got me working out hard, girl. Well, it's more like a trick of the eye. I'm more so getting leaner. That way you're only seeing really my muscles. So it, in turn, it's going to make me look, buffer, but really just very, very cut.
Right.
So I'm just, eating a lot, but a lot of like protein stuff. Anyhow, I've been in the gym working hard. You can check out that Snapchat if you want to see the type of workouts I'm doing, y'all. Keke the Sneak, KeekThasneak. Thank you.
Wait, you know that Keke the Sneak is a Bay Area rapper?
I know, and people always comment, do you know who Keke the Sneak is? Do you know what Keke the Sneak's about?
I'm paying homage.
I'm like, y'all, I'm Keke the Sneak too.
Yeah.
I'm a legitimate Keke the Sneak. They try to delegitimize me. That's not a real word.
Don't deny my Keke. I'm just
But
saying.
anyhow, I forgot what I was saying.
About the Pimp movie.
Oh, yeah. So Pimp, pretty much it's really a love story. It's
Yeah.
a lesbian love story with the backdrop of the pimp culture. So my character, Wednesday, she's grown up with her father being a pimp and her mother actually being a prostitute.
Oh, wow.
And the girl next door is kind of like, they grew up together, and then when they end up growing up, they actually end up becoming lovers. Like, that becomes her girlfriend.
Right.
And we start out in Wednesday as a pimp, but she's really not making a lot of money. So she's trying to figure out a way to try to up her cash flow so she can get her and her girlfriend out there and start a new life. And she doesn't want her mother dragging her down anymore.
Yeah.
So pretty much you're following Wednesday's life on how she's trying to pretty much up her pimp game, in New York, and pretty much get her and her girlfriend out there. And ultimately her girlfriend, I don't want to tell you too much, but things get rough and things get crazy, and Wednesday's got to get out of Dodge.
Really?
Yeah,
They going
but
to run?
but I'm very excited about it.
Oh, that's super dope. Do we have any timeline on when?
I'm just about to film it next month.
Okay.
So, I don't know, the recovery date or I don't know how quickly they're going to go into post production, but I start filming in May.
Do you know who's playing your girlfriend?
Can't
We can't go there.
Can't say.
Well, we're excited because just on the storyline, it sounds like it's going to be a dope movie.
It's definitely a different role for me.
It is.
Yeah, it's definitely different than anything I've ever played before.
So that is your key focus as far as movie projects right now is Pimp.
It's Pimp as far as movie projects right now. Yeah.
Well, I don't know how you keep up with everything because you got so much going on. I really don't. Whether
Pimp
it's
is a
music,
project I've been working on for the past 3 years.
Oh, wow.
So it's actually just now getting made. I think I first found out about, like I said, 3 years ago, before Brotherly Love, before, I think right after maybe TLC. So it's just now getting made, which I'm very happy. I'm very glad that, finally we're getting it made. It's something I've been wanting to put out.
So what's going on with Just Keke? Congratulations, by the way.
Thank you
so
much.
I was like, girl, you should interview me. School me.
So I'm pretty much working with Telepictures. Like, they're actually reality under Warner Brothers.
Right.
So they are the ones that do my show as well as Ellen and The Real.
Right.
And so pretty much right now we're getting ready to figure out which network we're going to have it on. So that's like where I'm at right now. But the show is definitely coming back, and I'm really excited because there are a lot of new things that I want to bring to the show as well.
Okay. So are you thinking about expanding beyond BET? Because they just announced season 2. And
I know, I'm so excited for that. Of 106 The Park, right?
Yeah. Well, they said season 2 of Just Keke. So I saw something about that online. She like, girl,
that's not possible.
Okay, I'm just making sure. I just confirm it because I know I saw that online.
No.
She's like, not yet.
See, Scream Queens.
Scream Queens we know is coming back.
Yeah, Scream Queens season 2, but not season 2 of Just Keke on BET though.
No? Okay. Maybe I'm tripping.
No.
She's like, no. Well, then,
not that I heard of. I don't know about this.
Is there a specific network that you want to go to? That you're like, ideal, this is where we want to be?
No, not a specific one, but just I think we want to do not cable this time, network instead. Network television, meaning like ABC, NBC, Fox. I don't know which one out of those.
Something that pretty much can capture.
Network, so we can get a lot going.
She's like, get a lot going. Well, congratulations again, because I know you played Cinderella on Broadway. And also the NAB TV Award. Congratulations on that as well.
Thank you so much. I'm so excited about that.
And when you first found out that you were getting that award, what was your reaction? How did you take it? Were you like, oh my God?
I was like really shocked. Like, I couldn't believe the type of award that the type of thing that they were congratulating me on. It was kind of just like, wow. I think I've been acting so long. I started when I was 9, and it's always been very fun for me. I've always enjoyed it, especially because I started out with my mom. I started singing in the church with my mom, doing music, then acting, and it was always a way for my mom and I to bond and just to get closer. I love doing it, but I also love the process of becoming closer and closer to her each time, like getting more of her time and things like that. Because my mom was often gone when I was a kid. I grew up a lot with my grandmother.
Yeah.
So I would spend all this time with my mother. So now when I look in someone's give me an achievement for something like that, it's like I don't realize that I don't see it that way, because these were just fun things
that you did,
that I did, and just to be congratulated on that, it's just like, thank you for saying that it meant something, that it touched somebody and that it stands for something. It's just really, it touches you because that's not why I did it.
Yeah, you weren't looking for the accolades. You did it because you enjoyed doing it.
I enjoyed it, and thank God that I still enjoy it to this day.
Well, that's,
you know what I mean? That's what I'm really happy about. Because I often would wonder, I'm like, what would happen if I didn't like to act anymore?
It becomes work, and then it's not fun.
If I didn't like to entertain anymore.
Right.
You know what I mean? If I didn't like to, I don't know what I would do. So
she's like, I don't know what I would do. And that's one thing about, how do you stay grounded? Because you have so many things going on, pretty much successful in all your different fields. Like, who keeps you grounded?
I think the foundation that my parents planted in me was to always kind of understand and have a sense of community.
Yeah.
So I always kind of had the understanding that I was doing what I'm doing for more than myself. Mm-hmm. Like, my family has always just kind of been like that. Even when I would film, like after I did Aquila and the Bee, my parents would always have me going to schools, talking to kids, working with organizations. Mm-hmm. Even when I would go to do Medea's Family Reunion, I remember my mom had me go see a school out there, and I was homeschooled, but she found a way for me to be around my peers and to realize what was going on there and what was going on with me, and understanding how they correlated.
Right.
She kind of always made me understand that, and always put me around organizations. I used to do a lot of stuff with Martin Luther King Jr.'s daughter, Bernice King. Mm-hmm. And I would see up front that people did, when they had platforms, they did stuff with them more than just for themselves.
Right.
And that always rung true to me in my mind. Mm-hmm. And as I got older, I started to really understand what my parents meant about the responsibility of having a platform.
And carrying yourself.
And making sure that what I'm saying is something that I truly believe in.
Right.
And so I think that's what always keeps me grounded, is that I don't want to take advantage of that.
And I think that you're great at that, especially because, one, with your show, you do that all the time, and also you do that on social media where people may not be expecting it, and then it's you pretty much giving people inspirational words and just
anything.
You know what I mean? Just trying to stay positive, which I feel like we need a lot more of in today's world.
And we feel it when we become it, we see more of it.
Right.
And that's the real thing.
Right.
When we live it and eat it and breathe it ourselves,
right,
that's when we see it in the world. Be the change. I think Gandhi said this. Be the change you want to see in the world. And it's true. Your perspective change. Like, even when, not to take it deep like this, but when you think about Jesus and his perspective, when you're talking about when he's seen Mary Magdalene or something like that, you can immediately, most people would see a whore, but what he saw was a woman going through change in life. Whatever he chose to see was something that was of love and compassion. Right. And so when we start to have more compassion for ourselves and treat ourselves kinder, immediately something clicks in our mind of seeing another person in a more human way. Right. We immediately understand somebody else's struggle, but when we aren't close to ourselves, we don't, sometimes we get caught up, like I said, in life. Right. We don't want to, I don't feel like brushing my hair. I don't feel like getting up and really putting on lotion, whatever. It could be the smallest thing, brushing my teeth, whatever. Put on lotion. We don't want to do those things, then we wonder why we feel bad. Yeah.
That's amazing. I'm sorry. I'm just sitting here soaking up game. Like, girl, I wish I could be so positive like that, because so many days I wake up and I'm just like, oh my God, here we go again. You know what I mean?
It does feel like that.
And it gets draining.
Things can get monotonous.
Yeah.
So it's all about talking to yourself. I remember I was, like I said, I'm getting ready to put out my first book. It's called I Don't Belong to You. Yeah. And I'm talking a lot about it, just about different patterns, that I started to see in my life that I wanted to change. Mm-hmm. And so I remember I was in a very codependent relationship, and every day I would wake up and do the same thing. We would eat, we would chill, smoke a little bit. It would just be so, I felt as if the life was being sucked out of you. Me. Mm-hmm. And I didn't know how to get a handle of it. Yeah. Because I didn't understand the concept of depression. Yeah. So I had to ask myself, quiet myself, and realize, what is this about for me? Mm-hmm. What do I enjoy? Let me put my focus on that. And it all became with the first choice of saying, this relationship is not good for me. Yeah. This is not nice to me. Yeah. So I can't do this anymore. Yeah. And you know what else isn't nice to me? Not having boundaries with people in my life. That's not nice to me. You know what? What's not nice to me is my inability to breathe through my anxiety. Yeah. So I'm going to learn how to breathe. You know what's not nice to me is that I don't feel good because of the foods I'm eating. I'm going to try to eat better foods, and I'm going to try to be nicer to me. And then all of a sudden, my perspective of my whole world changed, and all of my dreams seemed easy to reach.
They're like right here.
I'm just like, oh my gosh, how did I see this? Boom, 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 boom.
Let's do it.
And that's what it's about. It's about me saying, guess what? Yours is that easy too. Right. But it's all about being nice to you. Right. And knowing what it is you want, and knowing what it is that's not making you comfortable, what's not making you feel like,
that's the hardest part, though, is getting to know what it is that makes you unhappy and changing that. You know what I mean? She's our girl, preach.
It's preach. No, you're right. It's the hardest thing.
Now, you said your book comes out in October, right?
Yes, it comes out in October.
Now, one question I did want to ask, are you going to talk anything about the TLC movie that you did? Because that was huge. When we saw you in that, it was incredible.
I mean, I can, because I'm actually still in the process of writing.
Okay.
I didn't really think about it.
Just because they were so influential, and so it'd be interesting to see your take on it and just playing your role and how that might have influenced you and everything else. I was just curious about it.
Yeah.
She's like, maybe.
No, I would love, I didn't think about, you sometimes don't, like I said, you sometimes don't, I don't know all the time, what people would want to know.
Right.
You know what I mean? So for you to ask that brings up in my mind that, people possibly will want to know about my experience in TLC.
Right.
And it was quite an experience.
Yeah, it had to be.
Sometimes when you're thinking about the topics I want to write about and everything I want to address,
right,
immediately that doesn't necessarily come to my mind.
Right.
But there was a lot that went on during that time for sure.
I know. Now, speaking of TLC, we are going to play a game right now. I think you'll have fun with this.
I love games.
She said, I love games.
Girl, I love games.
So basically, I call it Shay's emojis. And basically, this is how I talk with my friends. Sometimes when I want to speak cryptically, I'll send them nothing but emojis, and most people can figure it out.
Yeah,
I want to see if you can figure it out. Now, all these emojis are about you. They're either your movies, songs, or whatever, so forth. Okay?
That's fun.
She's like, okay, what is this?
I love that. Grease. Live?
Nope.
TLC.
Yep.
Because the waterfalls and TLC.
She's like, let's see what the next one is.
Grease Live.
See? How'd you know? Did you see this before?
You funny.
Are you going to be doing anything with Grease in the future or no?
We might go on a cruise together.
What?
Just because we love each other. Yeah, we literally became so close. I know it's crazy, girl. We literally became so close. It becomes
that's super dope.
Oh my gosh, it becomes a complete, it's like going to camp.
Yeah.
Is what it feels like. You know what I mean? Or doing maybe in a high school drama club.
Right.
It feels like you spend this so much time with these people and you guys bond over something that no one else can understand but you guys. And so it always keeps you close. And
that's super dope.
I love those guys. So we might go on a cruise together. I don't know if we're going to be doing anything rebooted with Grease Live. Because it was Grease Live.
Right. It feels like it was Grease Live. Grease Live 2. Right.
Akilah and the Bee.
Aww.
That one was a quick one.
She was like that. Now, that was kind of like one of those movies that was like, who is this girl? She is amazing. And you were so young. Like,
I will be talking a lot about that in the book.
Will you?
Yes, for sure.
And about everything afterwards and how your experience was with that.
Definitely. And just my process through transitioning through the motions that I had to develop in order to play that role. Akilah had to go through feelings of abandonment. Through my life, I've struggled with feelings of abandonment because most of my childhood characters struggled with abandonment.
Right.
My first character that I really played in the film was a movie I did called The Wool Cap, and my mother was a crackhead. Oh, wow. And so I had to really dig to that place of abandonment. And your emotions don't really know that you're kidding.
Yeah.
And there's, I feel like I would love to have at some point, I feel like there should be therapists on set just to kind of talk the kids out of the transition of that emotion and how it's not really a direct correlation to their lives.
Yeah.
Because we all have the thing in us where it's like fight or flight.
Yeah.
And so if I repeatedly abuse that emotion, it can come up in moments that don't make sense. And so I remember as a kid, I would often hear people talking about how like Sean Penn or, these actors that take on these big, deep roles, how sometimes they would have to take time in between before they did another. And I'm like, that doesn't make sense. I love acting. I don't see how you can. And as an adult, I was like, well, when you play those type of roles.
And you really embody that character.
When you really embody that character, you are taking on their load. Yeah. I mean, it's no way about it. The way that you're choosing to empathize, you're taking on their feelings, their failures, their faults, their insecurities. You have to take it on.
Yeah.
And sometimes it's hard to shake it off.
Oh, that sounds so hard. I'm too emotional for that. I'd be crying every time.
Yeah, it's definitely, but I'm happy that I learned how to do it young.
Yeah.
It's a tool that I learned how to exercise young because I feel like, I don't know how it would be if I had to go to that stripped down place and go back up again to just do it back and forth. You know what I mean? Like, that process that you maybe go through when you entering into it in like a college or something. Right. I don't know how that I don't know if I would be able to do that.
Well, it's amazing that you can actually do it as a child and learn how to do it and
continue to do it as I'm just so thankful for it. I'm thankful to God.
She's like, I'm thankful to God.
It's a tool.
Yeah.
You can't abuse it.
That's so real. Let's see what the next one is.
Scream Queens.
She's like, I got this.
But these are also quite adorable and cool. I really love the layout.
She's like, now, Scream Queens, have you already finished season 2?
No, we don't start filming until August, actually.
Really?
Yes.
So
I don't even know the storyline.
Really?
I just know that we're going to be in a hospital. I know that Zayday's so smart. She graduated at extreme speed, and now she's a doctor.
Extreme speed.
Yeah, extreme. Literally, that's like she
2-3
graduated.
months.
Exactly. Now she's a doctor. Hey, it's Zayday Williams from
Oakland. Yes. It was so funny because I was like, I wonder if she met Kamaya because she was trying to get in character.
You know, Kamaya was like, I ain't heard of no dang on Oakland nachos. I'm like, girl, you know that's a TV show.
That's hilarious. Okay, well, we're looking forward to
Yeah, I'm
season
looking
2.
forward to it too, girl.
She's like, come on.
Ice Age.
Aww.
Oh, Ice Age. You know what? I just finished Ice Age.
Did you?
Yeah, Ice Age 5.
Oh my gosh.
Oh my gosh, it's so crazy. Yo,
she's like,
it's so crazy how
see
many
what I'm
there
talking
is now,
about?
and they get better and better each time.
now, anything that you can tell us about this one?
Yes, well, this one is about the world is getting ready to end, and then also my character Peaches is getting ready to get married. And so it's kind of how the parents are trying to figure out how to deal with this idea of the world ending.
Yeah.
And then while at the same time trying to figure out how they can maybe let Peaches go and become her own woman, even if they don't know if they do or don't have a future.
Right. Now, when you started doing voiceover work, was it completely different for you, or was it like...
It was, but I used my tools actually when I started entering back in music now. I used my tools from Ice Age actually in the studio because I started to realize what it meant to put my emotion into
What you're saying?
what I'm saying on,
Yeah.
on a record.
Yeah.
Because you have to do that in animation. And in my first animation with Ice Age, Continental Drift, I hated
Did you?
It was good, but I was critical of it because I felt like I could have been more authentic in my voice. Like I just felt like I could have added more to it. I don't know. You beat up on yourself. Exactly. And so the second time around, I really focused on trying to get the sound out. And then when I started to record again, I started to use that same mindset, and it really taught me how to find my voice in music.
It kind of takes you to the next level. I always say round 2 is always going to be better because you have the first one is like practice, and 2 you always, you know what I mean?
Absolutely.
Let's see what the next one is. Now she's actually the best one at this game, so do you want to know what it is?
No.
She's like, don't tell me. Panda. Right? I love pandas. I love her face right now. She's like, I'm going to figure this out.
Okay, can you give me a guess? Is it live action?
Do you want to know what it is?
No. Is it live action? Mm-mm. It is live action? Mm-mm. Oh, it's an animation? What other animation? What other? Okay, you can tell me.
It is.
Oh, it's live action.
I'm like,
It's animals. Dang. I was thrown off by the emojis this time. I'm so disappointed in myself.
all the animals. Don't be thrown.
Doggone it. I literally thought it was an animation or something like that. I forgot that it could be animal.
That's so adorable. Look at I think we have one more.
Okay, maybe I could redeem myself. Medea, family reunion.
See? Have you thought about doing another Medea film?
I would love to do another Medea film.
Do you still keep it?
Tyler?
She's like, what's up? I'll make some free time, even though I got a book coming, a movie coming, a show coming, and another season. Girl, and an album. Now, do we have a date yet for the album? I know you're still working on it.
I mean, I would like to have it come out September, October.
Okay.
But I'm kind of pushing it. I'm definitely what you would call a workaholic. Mm-hmm. So if it's possible to be done, I definitely would be the person to do it. But at the end of the day, I want it to be done. I want it to be put out right. So.
Is there anybody that you want to work with that you haven't worked with yet?
Sure, I would love to work with Diplo.
Ooh.
Off the top of my head,
I feel like you and Ty can also get together and do a record that would be crazy because he's such a crazy producer.
I know. I wonder what type of. I would want it to be something that's moving. I was just talking the other day about how, there's great music on the radio.
Yeah.
But I feel like not every song makes me want to dance.
So you want to dance?
So I want to do something that's gonna make people want to dance, make people want to move,
twerking skills.
And I want us to be up in the club in LA. No one dances in the club.
I hate that.
I'm like, I want to do something where they ain't got no choice but to
Girl, tell Kamaya to bring you to a club in the Bay. We'll show you, girl.
That's
all
what
we
I'm saying.
do.
Like, dance and enjoy. You know, I want to do something that make people have no choice,
right,
but to move.
Well, we're excited for this new album. I cannot wait to hear it. The singles you've already put out have been amazing.
Oh my goodness, thank you.
And they show diversity, so we're all excited for it. And now, if people want to follow you and figure out and see any updates, like shows, movies, album, where can people find out the most information about you?
The most information you can find out at KekePalmer.com, KekePalmer.com. And then also you can check me out on Instagram, KekePalmer. But always, if you want to check out me like every 24 hours, you can go on Snapchat. And like I said, that's KekeThasneak.
Keek the Sneak. There it is. Your girl Shay Diddy, Keke Palmer, S106 KMEL.